Market right now is starting. Here's a little bit more of that crack. Guys, now we're getting back into the green. So we do have VWAP support trying to hold up at this moment. Guys, there's a nice fade. I am looking for a little VWAP crack, fall on down towards the low 507.80s and see if we can get some weakness. Let's see if we can get a little sell-off underneath 508. Today has been the day that I am absolutely pumped on up for. Today's the day that I'm saying to myself, it's time to get this party started. The reason why I say this is because inflation data is out. The reason why I say this is because PCE data was released at 8:30 this morning, and as you guys can tell, we are seeing already a monster spike. Congratulations, first off. Congratulations to anyone that jumped in on calls last night, held on to calls over the night, and is waking up to an absolutely monster profit. So, traders, you tell me right now, is a spike like this profitable? Can we make money on a move like this? Absolutely. This is, again, life-changing. Huge rips, huge runs, huge money making. That's what today's all about. So I need everyone to be able to strap on up, pull over that roller coaster vest, sit on down, hold on tight, take the cameras out, get ready to take a picture, and call your bank account letting them know that a large deposit's coming on through today. That's what I need from you guys. So traders, let's break down this entire day as we always do. It's all about simplicity. We don't have to overcomplicate the stock market. The stock market already overcomplicates itself. So let's just make sure every single trader knows exactly what we're doing. Team, breaking this thing on down right here, bringing over our morning newsletter, and let's talk about it, okay? We are live today. Just a little fun little thumbnail out there, stock market spiking. You know, we were talking about South Park the other day, so I thought this was a fun little, cute little thumbnail. Now, let's talk about today, traders. Let's act like it's 8:29 right now. Okay, let's act like it was about 45 minutes ago, and let's just get the understanding of how big today is. It says downtick. Stock futures fell on Thursday ahead of another highly anticipated inflation report. The Fed's favorite inflation gauge, which is the personal consumption expenditure price, comes out at 8:30 this morning, which has already come on out, as you guys know. We can also see that everyone was waiting. Wall Street is anxiously awaiting the Thursday personal consumer expenditure reading for January. Economists are branching out for a 0.3% monthly gain and a 2.4% year-over-year move. A higher than expected print could put dent equities and signal that recent hot consumer price index releases were on trend. So basically, what we have right here, for anyone who does not know, is that we had the data come on out, and the data was in line with expectations. So we could see PCE results. Core PCE 0.4, previous 0.2, consensus was 0.4. So we could see it's in line. Personal spending 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. You can see we're in line right here. You see jobless claims 215 to 210 to 210, slightly higher, but you can see everything else is pretty much in line. Now, it is a little bit odd. I'll be honest with you. It's a little bit odd. It's like, Deck, why is the market going up when inflation is still rising year after year? Like, it's like, oh, we have inflation rising? Woo! Let's go buy the stock market. The stock market's moving on up. And it's one of those weird things in the stock market that definitely took me a little bit of time to adjust to. We could have Jerome Powell say, hey, we are going to be having bad inflation data. This inflation data is going to be one of the worst readings we've ever had. We are going to be seeing 9.1% inflation. And if the reading is 9% inflation, guess what? The stock market goes higher. Oh, Jerome Powell said it was going to be 9.1%. Yeah, it's only 9%. We actually did better than what we expected. Hey, we do have inflation rising, but it's what we were expecting, so people celebrate it. That's where people get, very happy, and that's why we saw this very big spike and this very big move. So we can see the results right here on the PCE data. We can see everything that's going on with personal consumption. And this has been bringing in a lot of hype and a lot of attention. So let's go over to CNBC, get a nice, easy understanding of what this market is bringing us. So we can see right here, key inflation reports, measures rose 0.4% in January as expected, up 2.8% from a year ago. So inflation rose in line with what we expected for January. The personal consumption expenditure price index excluded food and energy increased 0.4 and 2.8%, which is right on what we expected. The moves come amid an unexpected jump in personal income, rose 1%, well above the forecast of 0.3%. Services priced goods for 0.6% on the month. All right, let's keep going down. The news showed modest impacts on the market, with the stock market futures mixed and treasury yields slightly higher. Thursday's BEA report showed consumers are continuing to dip into savings and prices are still staying elevated. So you can see what we have at this moment. Traders, market right now is starting to drop. Market right now is starting to, here's a little bit more of that crack. We do have the VWAP at 508.10 now. 508.10. We do have the VWAP starting to crack a little bit more at this moment. I do want to jump in. I am going to give this another chance, I think, guys, and say to myself, all right, hey, let's get some weakness here and see if we can crack that 508 mark. So I am going to jump in. I do know this is going to be a little risky though, guys. Why is it a little risky? We do have VWAP support right here. I am going to look for the VWAP support crack and fall on down towards around 507.80. So I'm going to look for a pre-market bounce play right here and see if we can fall on down towards around that 507.80. The main concern is we do have VWAP support here. So we do have VWAP support trying to hold up at this moment, and that is going to have a slight support for a potential bounce play. I definitely want every single trader to be aware of that, but I do think we are going to drop, and I am going to, keep on adding onto this play to see if we can crack on down towards this bottom line. This bottom line right here is 507.84, and it does not look like this home pending sales data is pretty good. So it doesn't look like this home pending sales data is pretty good. We haven't had an opportunity yet to make money. There's been no opportunity to make money whatsoever at all on the S&P 500 just yet. So I am looking for a little VWAP crack, fall on down towards the low 507.80s and see if we can get some weakness. We basically just hit the top. We faded, we hit the top, we faded, we hit the top, we faded, we hit the top, and now we actually are having our biggest red drop, but it's not like it's really that much, to be honest. Right? It's really not that much, to be honest with you. Guys, there's a nice fade. Guys, now we're getting back into the green. Let's see if we can actually get a sell-off now. Let's see if we can get a little sell-off underneath 508. So we just came on out into 508. We just made back our $300 loss. And let's see if we can go up. Guys, I'm going to sell right here, take my profits. Guys, make and sell it. $770. Guys, $770 in profit. Great job, everyone. Just making a little bit of money just like that. Traders, market right now is starting to drop. So we do have VWAP support trying to hold up at this moment. Guys, now we're getting back into the green. Guys, there's a nice fade. Market right now is starting to, here's a little bit more of that crack.